They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. The kick by Lambeau is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all. Now
after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. Flush to his right. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Mostert. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Jaguars 3. Robbie Gould taking off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Jags take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence on the right side. This is Miller. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Verrett, on the tackle.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what?
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
Robbie Gould kicking it off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. To return, here's Agnew.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check back, check back. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54.
Lawrence will throw. He's got his tight end. It's Chris Manhertz.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, ETN once more.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Mike 2, Mike 2.
Lawrence on 3rd down. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And he is going to have a Jags first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Tight end right. 4 down.
A handoff for ETN.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Fred Warner, first-time All-Pro in 2020, in on the stop defensively.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. The throw for Claypool is intercepted.
Picked off near the 26. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Miles Jack with a sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Flushed out right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
42 to Mike, 42 to Mike.
Lance, a handoff here to Mostert.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
It's been unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. 7 yards there and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 2nd and 20.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. That's caught by Hollister. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Connection made with Chenault. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Lawrence to throw. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
Throwing after the interception, Lawrence. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they really won't have much time to work with. Just 19 seconds showing on the clock. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. The open man is Chark. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard. They'll run with Etienne and trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Hey, come on, Opposite.
A handoff running left is Etienne.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 8 coming up. They'll try the left side with Etienne.
Trucks over him and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
58 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Jordan Willis able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Devontae Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Lance now on 1st down. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Andre Sisco.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
35, 17. Josh Lambeau, kickoff for Jacksonville.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
He'll buy some time right. Gets this one to use check. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be third and forever.
Throwing now is Lance.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Lance to throw for it on fourth down.
Forced out to his left. This one caught by Kittle. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 26. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Escaping the pressure right.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Oh, he fakes the spike.
And what a great call defensively there, because they decided to bring pressure off the corner. And a lot of times, those big linemen, they can't account for the speed of a defensive back. And that time, he made a beeline right for the quarterback and got him. The cat blitz, tough to defend.
As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Jamal Agnew. And he will score. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And Shark hauls it in. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Give him 32 on the play.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Here's a give to Etienne. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 69 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now Lawrence. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. Steps away to his left. It's complete. Javon Wims, the open man. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Lance now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Looking downfield for Godwin. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Tyson Campbell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. He'll get this off to Etienne. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark. 72 yards. And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. That they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
A run there with Mostert as he'll push this forward and call it a 4-yard gain on 1st down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Some tough running, but it only gets them to the 45-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for 1 more first down to help salt this one away.
Lance looking to throw it.
Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown 49ers. Javon Wims, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the 49ers look like they're about to put it into their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. To return, here's Agnew.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Jordan Willis getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22.
Another try after the first down sack.
Lawrence.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Now Lawrence.
He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. DJ Chark, 91 yards. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
Well, that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
This will be caught. Judy.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And he overshot shot in there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. And it's second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Devontae Harris. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Lance now to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's third down. Now Lance. Flushed out right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the 49ers, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.